Hey everyone, and welcome back to the AI Tech channel. I'm your host, your name. Today, we're diving into a story that's got the tech world buzzing and the political analysts scrambling. Donald Trump just hosted a top UAE official at the White House for dinner. But this wasn't just any social gathering. This meeting could reshape the future of AI development and chip access in the United States. Are we looking at a brilliant strategic alliance, or a potentially risky deal with long-term consequences? We're going to break it all down for you. Get ready, because this is going to be a wild ride. So what exactly happened? U.S. President Donald Trump welcomed Sheikh Tamim bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the UAE's national security advisor and brother of the nation's president, to the White House. The main agenda? Increasing Emirati investment in the U.S., specifically in technology and energy. The UAE is eager to get its hands on cutting-edge chips, particularly from NVIDIA, to fuel its ambition of becoming a regional AI powerhouse. Abu Dhabi has been pouring capital into data centers, but their progress has been hampered by export restrictions on advanced chips, restrictions that were put in place back in 2023 under the Biden administration. Now, Trump's team is re-evaluating these curbs, and Sheikh Tamim is hoping to sway the decision in the UAE's favor. The key is a $100 billion AI infrastructure venture he wants to build on American soil. This is a big deal, people. We're talking about serious money and serious technological ambitions. Let's talk about Sheikh Tamim. He's not just some diplomat. He's a major player in the global financial landscape. He oversees a sprawling $1.5 trillion empire that includes wealth funds, the AI company G42, the crown jewel of the UAE's tech ambitions, and the private investment firm Royal Group and First Abu Dhabi Bank. He's basically the king of the UAE's tech ambitions. This visit isn't just about buying chips. It's about building a long-term partnership. Consider this. The UAE recognizes that AI leadership requires massive energy production. That's a key insight that many of our European allies are missing. It's not just about algorithms and data. It's about the power to run those algorithms. This is where the energy component of the deal comes in, making it a truly holistic play. Now, let's dig deeper into those chip restrictions. Back in 2023, the Biden administration implemented export controls to prevent China and other potentially adversarial nations from accessing advanced chip technology. The concern was that these chips could be used for military applications or to enhance surveillance capabilities. These restrictions impacted the UAE because, while they are a U.S. ally, there were concerns about potential technology transfer to other countries. So, the UAE's ambition to become an AI hub was effectively throttled. This is where the Trump administration's reevaluation comes into play. They are considering whether to maintain these restrictions or ease them to foster closer economic ties with the UAE. This decision is far from simple. It involves balancing economic opportunities with national security concerns. The question is, can the U.S. trust the UAE to safeguard this technology? NVIDIA is at the heart of this entire discussion. Their GPUs are the gold standard for AI training, and the UAE desperately wants access to them. But why NVIDIA? Well, their chips are specifically designed to handle the massive computational demands of AI models. They offer unparalleled performance and efficiency, making them essential for any serious AI endeavor. Without access to NVIDIA's latest chips, the UAE's AI ambitions are severely limited. NVIDIA is caught in the middle, navigating the complex geopolitical landscape. They want to sell their chips, but they also need to comply with U.S. export regulations. Their CEO, Jensen Huang, is a master of diplomacy, walking a tightrope between business interests and national security concerns. The UAE isn't just buying chips, they're investing in a complete AI infrastructure. This includes data centers, AI research labs, and partnerships with leading universities. They're building an ecosystem to attract top AI talent from around the world. Their $100 billion AI infrastructure venture, backed by MGX, is a testament to their commitment. This investment is not just about building a tech hub, it's about diversifying their economy away from oil and gas. The UAE recognizes that AI is the future, and they want to be at the forefront of this revolution. This is a long-term strategic play that could transform the UAE into a global AI leader. So what's Trump's angle in all of this? It's likely a combination of economic and geopolitical factors. First, he wants to attract foreign investment to the U.S. The promise of a $100 billion AI venture is certainly appealing. Second, he may see the UAE as a valuable ally in the Middle East, particularly in countering Iranian influence. Strengthening ties with the UAE could serve U.S. strategic interests in the region. And third, he might believe that easing chip restrictions could boost the U.S. economy by increasing exports and creating jobs. However, there are risks involved. Relaxing export controls could potentially benefit China or other countries that the U.S. considers adversaries. It's a delicate balancing act, and Trump's decision will have far-reaching consequences. Vice President J.D. Vance has been a vocal supporter of closer ties with the UAE. He recently stated that the administration is thrilled to have an Emirati delegation in Washington and hailed the nation as a viable AI partner. Vance emphasizes the importance of energy production in AI leadership, a point that he believes is often overlooked by European allies. His perspective aligns with the UAE's holistic approach to AI development, recognizing that it's not just about software and algorithms, but also about the infrastructure and resources needed to power those technologies. Vance's support is crucial in shaping the administration's policy towards the UAE and its AI ambitions. He sees this partnership as a win-win for both countries, fostering economic growth and strengthening strategic alliances. This deal has significant geopolitical implications. It could shift the balance of power in the Middle East, strengthen U.S.-UAE relations, and potentially impact U.S. relations with China. If the U.S. eases chip restrictions for the UAE, it could anger China, who may see it as an attempt to contain their technological advancement. It could also create tension with European allies who have been urging the U.S. to maintain strict export controls. The Trump administration needs to carefully consider these geopolitical factors before making a final decision. The stakes are high, and the consequences could be far-reaching. Now, let's play devil's advocate. Critics argue that easing chip restrictions for the UAE could create a backdoor for China to access advanced technology. They point to the UAE's close economic ties with China and express concerns about potential technology transfer. They argue that the U.S. needs to prioritize national security over economic gains and maintain strict export controls to prevent sensitive technology from falling into the wrong hands. This is a valid concern that needs to be carefully considered. The Trump administration needs to ensure that there are safeguards in place to prevent technology leakage. Another point of contention is the UAE's human rights record. Critics argue that the U.S. should not be strengthening ties with a country that has a questionable human rights record. They point to restrictions on freedom of speech, assembly, and the press in the UAE. They argue that the U.S. should use its influence to promote human rights and democracy abroad, not to bolster authoritarian regimes. This is a moral argument that resonates with many people. The Trump administration needs to consider the ethical implications of this deal and balance economic interests with human rights concerns. Let's try to quantify the potential impact of this deal. If the UAE's $100 billion AI venture is successful, it could create thousands of jobs in the U.S. and generate billions of dollars in revenue. It could also boost U.S. competitiveness in the AI sector and accelerate technological innovation. However, if the deal goes wrong, it could lead to technology leakage, national security risks, and ethical concerns. The actual impact will depend on how the deal is structured and implemented. To accurately assess the impact, we need to track key metrics such as job creation, investment flows, technology transfer, and human rights indicators. We need to use data-driven analysis to determine whether this deal is truly beneficial for the U.S. We can use econometric models to estimate the potential economic impact and game theory to analyze the strategic implications. What's next? The Trump administration is likely to conduct a thorough review of the chip export restrictions, weighing the economic benefits against the national security risks. They may decide to ease some restrictions while maintaining others. They may also impose safeguards to prevent technology leakage. The outcome of this review will have a significant impact on the UAE's AI ambitions and US-UAE relations. We can expect intense lobbying from both sides, with NVIDIA and other tech companies pushing for eased restrictions and national security hawks urging caution. The next few months will be crucial in shaping the future of this deal. Pay close attention to upcoming policy announcements and regulatory changes. According to a paper published in the journal International Security titled AI and Geopolitics, Rethinking Power and Influence, the authors argue that control over AI technology is becoming a key source of geopolitical power. The paper highlights the importance of semiconductors in AI development and the strategic implications of export controls. It suggests that the U.S. needs to adopt a more nuanced approach to export controls, balancing economic interests with national security concerns. The paper's findings support the need for a careful review of the chip export restrictions and a comprehensive assessment of the potential risks and benefits of the US-UAE deal. This deal could redefine the landscape of AI geopolitics, and we need to understand the implications. So, is this Trump's UAE deal a brilliant strategic alliance or a risky gamble? The answer is likely somewhere in between. It has the potential to boost the U.S. economy, strengthen U.S.-UAE relations, and accelerate technological innovation. But it also carries risks, including technology leakage, national security concerns, and ethical considerations. The Trump administration needs to carefully weigh these factors and make a decision that is in the best interests of the United States. What do you think? Is this a good deal for the U.S.? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more AI tech news. Thanks for watching.